Greetings, dear, precious, magnificent spirit soul, divine being, beyond words that you are. Ha, I know who you are. And you know what's so cool? When you know who you are, because you probably do, or you wouldn't be watching me, is that you know who others are, and you have such a nice time because you can really play with people that they're so sweet. There's some people, they don't want to play, they're all grouchy, or they're living in their world. You know, they're just walking minds. They're just, just a walking advertisement of their belief system is what they're doing, or what they think is there, and grouchy or unhappy. But my topic is this. Is your life on a flash drive? You know, those little teeny kind of things that can hold volumes of stuff. What's on there? Nothing. Nothing. Well, it is. Well, you could. Well, wait a minute. Is it here? Well, no. Well, where do I get all my? Well, you have to have a thing. You have to have a screen thing that it's going to show on there. Well, do I grab it? Can I eat it? Can I taste it? Can I hear it? I mean, there's a little noise, but where's all the great stuff that's on my flash drive? Where is it? Well, you have to have a screen. Well, any screen? Well, no, you've got to have a device. You've got to have a device. It's a vice. Well, that's interesting. Well, a device is something that clamps you in. It's also you're doing something that's illegal, so you'll need a license because it was licentious. But if you give it a few bucks, you could do it because I'll give you a license to be licentious. Oh, good. Anyway, is your life on a flash drive? And you look at, if that's your life, then you have to have a certain apparatus that can actually show on that screen in pixels all that you think you have. Well, some stuff I could get printed off. Well, you have a little bit more having there then, because you've got a printed page. And of course, that's pages. And there's, you got your spelling and your spell casting. So you have your words that you want to remember on that piece of paper. That's a bit more than the other ones, okay? So would you rather have a wonderful peach ripe on the screen, or in your mouth eating it? And it's not fakey. You know, some places they're doing fakey plastic food. Really? Well, because the other food's too expensive. Do you know that sometimes they're feeding cows chicken manure? Really? Well, it's cheaper. Oh, really? Or feeding cows other cows or dead animals. Really? They're vegetarians. Do you know the largest bodied animals are vegetarian? You have probably the woolly mammoth, buffalo, and water buffalo. When I was living in India, the water buffalo, they were just very docile. And a lot of the milk there is buffalo milk, but it has a lot of fat in that because the buffaloes are very, very, very big and they feed their babies. You've got camels are vegetarian. We had camels too, that when they would come to where I would serve my teacher at the dairy, where all the cows, it was just great. Then when a cow would leave its body, then we would bring a wagon and bring the animal, the body, put it on the wagon, and we cover it with a gold colored sheet, yellow, and flowers. And then there was a big camel that would then pull that to the garden where they'd have a big hole that was buried for the body of the cow to go, that would then fertilize a tree. They would plant a tree, or they do something. That was one of the ways. So it was really nice. But anyway, the realness, see, is it better to have a real experience with someone, or to text a lot of people because you have these friends and you're getting these dopamine experiences every time you get a like, or a sorrow if you get a dislike or a befriend or unfriend, and you go, what has happened to these divine beings, these gods and goddesses? And when the life is on the flash drive, because it also can hold a movie, and the movies are always programming. They, if there's a purpose, you could look at all the old movies. You can see all the purposes in the programming, and what they're trying to promote and tell you, and what they want you to believe and know. You know, it's obvious. And once you open your eyes and you're aware, you could perceive and know what's going on. No one has to tell you. Right? And is it better to have a real relationship with people, or just to have one on a flash drive? And is it really better to actually have an animated picture of nature, and to go to a fakey place like a Disneyland where it almost looks real? Oh, looky, a fake jungle. Look. Oh, I was in the Amazon. Whoa, I even swam with the piranhas because I had a fear about it. I didn't swim long. And this man that was with our group, he jumped in, hit his head on a piece of wood, started to bleed. I said, you better get out. Well, he did. Anyway, you get the monkeys out of the jungle, and you get the birds and the dine. You're going in the canoe down the Amazon River, and I mean, in the tributaries. Oh, it's great. No, it's better to have my glasses on of a virtual reality, and I have a virtual relationship, and I've got a virtual life. Wowie kazowie. Why would someone cheat themselves with the artificial when you're the real? Very interesting. So, the choice is ours at every moment of now. Trust your mind or your heart. Okay? Take your soul back. Observe and witness how the mind works, and others. Put yourself in the state of the absolute, the place of the bliss, of the divine. Receive your guidance in every moment. Nothing to worry about ever again. Let go and let God. Really. Not one on a spaceship. No. Old story. No. The divine, the source, our partner, our beloved. All is well. So, you are life. Supreme love of source is supreme pleasure for the soul. Your nature is pleasure. It's who you are. And your pleasure comes very easily from naturally following your own inner guidance, knowing the distinction between truth and a lie, absolute goodness, or the duality here of evil that does not have a source. It has no power. It is not an existence. It's not a thing. It's a distortion. There's only one power, what you might call one. It doesn't mean that doesn't have many attributes and qualities, unlimited. But that the source is absolute love, without exception. So if it's on a flash drive, maybe you want to take your life back.